How ancient civilizations influenced modern science. Welcome to the veiled mysteries of time, where the shadows of the past cast long illuminations on our present understanding. I'm your guide through this labyrinth of forgotten wisdom, where we'll uncover how the brilliant minds of antiquity laid the cryptic foundations for what we now call modern science. The technological marvels of today, from medicine to mathematics, astronomy to architecture, all trace their enigmatic origins to civilizations that thrived thousands of years before our time. Join me as we peel back the layers of history to reveal the ancient fingerprints on our modern world. The path of scientific progress is not a straight line, but a bewildering tapestry woven across millennia. In our journey today, we'll traverse the sands of Mesopotamia, walk along the Nile, wander through the agoras of Greece, journey the Silk Road to China, explore the valleys of India, and discover the hidden libraries of the Islamic world. Each of these civilizations nurtured seeds of knowledge that would, in time, blossom into the technological garden we inhabit today. Their whispers echo in our laboratories, their ancient formulas transform into our equations, and their vision extends into our future. Let us begin in the cradle of civilization, Mesopotamia, where between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, humanity's first complex societies emerged from the mists of prehistory. The Sumerians, Babylonians, and Assyrians crafted a legacy that continues to enchant our modern minds. Their obsession with the celestial dance above led to the first systematic astronomical observations, meticulously recorded on clay tablets that still baffle us with their precision. The Babylonian astronomers, their eyes fixed on the heavenly vault, tracked the movements of planets and stars with such dedication that they could predict celestial events with uncanny accuracy. Their astronomical diaries, spanning centuries, represent humanity's first scientific dataset, a dark mirror reflecting our own cosmic quest. Most bewitching of all, they bequeath to us the Sexagesimal system, base 60, which still governs how we measure time and angles. Every time you check your watch or use a protractor, you're channeling ancient Mesopotamian magic. Their mathematical prowess extended beyond the stars. Clay tablets from Babylon reveal sophisticated algebraic techniques and numerical puzzles that wouldn't seem out of place in a modern classroom. The mysterious Plimpton 322 tablet contains Pythagorean triples a millennium before Pythagoras was born, a mathematical prophecy written in cuneiform. In medicine, the diagnostic handbook of the exorcist priest Esagil from 1069 BCE presents symptoms and prognoses with a methodology that eerily foreshadows our modern approach to disease. These ancient healers, balancing between magic and empirical observation, were the spectral ancestors of today's physicians. As we drift down the Nile, ancient Egypt emerges from the desert haze, a civilization whose obsession with precision and eternal preservation fueled remarkable scientific advances. The Edwin Smith Papyrus, dating to 1600 BCE, documents 48 cases of trauma surgery with such clinical detachment and analytical rigor that it feels like reading a modern medical text through a mysterious veil of time. These ancient surgeons distinguished between treatable and untreatable conditions and described the brain and its injuries when most of the world had no concept of the organ's function. The architectural marvels of Egypt, the pyramids, temples, and monuments, stand as testaments to their mastery of applied mathematics, astronomy, and engineering. The Great Pyramid of Giza aligns with the cardinal directions with an error of less than 1/10 of a degree, a haunting precision achieved without modern instruments. Their understanding of chemistry manifested in the creation of cosmetics, perfumes, and the enigmatic practice of mummification, preserving bodies in a state that still perplexes modern scientists. Their glass-making techniques and metallurgical knowledge speak of empirical experimentation conducted over generations. From Egypt, our journey takes us to the sun-drenched shores of ancient Greece, where philosophy and science became entangled in ways that still define our approach to knowledge. The pre-Socratic philosophers, peering into the abyss of existence, proposed ideas that resonate with modern atomic theory. Democritus conjured visions of indivisible particles, atoms, moving through the void, a ghostly premonition of quantum physics articulated 2 millennia before our time. Pythagoras and his mysterious brotherhood discovered the mathematical relationships in musical harmonies, revealing the numerical patterns that underlie our universe. A cosmic music that modern physics continues to decode. Euclid's Elements wove geometry into an axiomatic system so powerful that it remained the standard mathematics textbook until the 20th century. Its logical structure haunting the corridors of modern mathematics. Aristotle's systematic classification of living organisms casts a long shadow over biology, while Archimedes' principle of buoyancy and mechanical innovations seem to have been whispered to him from the future. In medicine, Hippocrates freed healing from supernatural explanations, establishing a tradition of clinical observation and ethical practice that reverberates through modern medical education. First, do no harm. These ancient words still bind our physicians. The Alexandrian period gave us Ptolemy's astronomical models, which, though geocentric, allowed for precise predictions of planetary positions. His Almagest guided astronomers for nearly 1,500 years, a stellar map drawn by hands long turned to dust. Far to the east, ancient China cultivated a different approach to understanding the world, one that yielded innovations so profound that they altered the course of human history. The four great inventions, papermaking, printing, the compass, and gunpowder, emerged from the mists of Chinese antiquity to transform global civilization. Paper and printing democratized knowledge, the magnetic compass unveiled the secrets of navigation, and gunpowder reshaped warfare and, eventually, mining and construction. Chinese medicine, with its intricate understanding of the body's energy pathways, developed acupuncture and herbal remedies that modern science is still working to fully comprehend. Their systematic pharmacopoeias, compiled over centuries, documented thousands of medicinal substances with meticulous attention to their effects. Chinese astronomers recorded supernovas, comets, and solar eclipses with otherworldly precision, creating the longest continuous astronomical record in human history. Their seismoscope, invented by Zhang Heng in 132 CE, could detect earthquakes hundreds of miles away, a mysterious technology whose exact workings remain elusive. Across the Himalayas, ancient India nurtured mathematical concepts that would become essential to our digital age. The concept of zero, that cryptic symbol of nothingness that makes our number system possible, crystallized in Indian mathematical thought around the 5th century. The decimal system, place value notation, and the concept of infinity all bloomed in the fertile mathematical gardens of India. Aryabhata calculated the value of pi and the length of the solar year with bewitching accuracy in the 5th century CE. His algorithms for calculating sign values echo in the digital calculations that power our modern world. Indian astronomy developed sophisticated models of planetary motion and timekeeping. The Surya Siddhanta, an ancient astronomical text, contains calculations for the diameters of planets and their distances from Earth that hint at knowledge that should have been impossible without modern instruments. A cosmic enigma wrapped in Sanskrit verse. In medicine, Sushruta described surgical techniques in 600 BCE that include rhinoplasty, cataract surgery, and the use of antiseptics. Medical knowledge that would be lost to the Western world for millennia before being rediscovered. As classical civilization waned in Europe, the Islamic world became the custodian and enhancer of ancient knowledge. During the Islamic Golden Age, 8th to 14th centuries, scholars preserved Greek, Persian, Indian, and Chinese texts while adding crucial innovations. The House of Wisdom in Baghdad became a nexus of intellectual energy, where ancient manuscripts were translated, studied, and expanded upon. Al-Khwarizmi's development of algebra, the very word derives from the Arabic al-jabr, provided us with a mathematical language that drives modern computation. The term algorithm itself comes from the Latin form of his name, a linguistic ghost connecting ancient methods to artificial intelligence. Ibn al-Haytham revolutionized optics, developing the first systematic experimental method and camera obscura, laying the groundwork for modern understanding of vision and light. His Book of Optics reads like a whisper from the future, describing controlled experiments and empirical verification centuries before the European scientific revolution. The medical works of Ibn Sina, Avicenna, and Al-Razi established systematic approaches to disease, pharmacology, and hospital care. Their clinical observations and treatment protocols formed the backbone of European medical education for centuries. As we return to our present time, we find ourselves surrounded by echoes of these ancient innovations. The binary code underlying our digital world traces its philosophical lineage to the I Ching. Modern medicine continues to investigate compounds first documented in ancient herbal texts. Our architectural principles still apply lessons learned from ancient monuments. The scientific method itself, our most powerful tool for understanding reality, evolved from the empirical approaches of countless unnamed observers who watched the natural world with curiosity and recorded their findings with care. Perhaps most intriguing are the ancient technologies and knowledge that were lost, only to be rediscovered, or, in some cases, remain mysterious to this day. The Antikythera mechanism, a 2,000-year-old astronomical computer found in a shipwreck, demonstrated mechanical complexity that wouldn't be matched for a millennium. Damascus steel contained carbon nanotubes centuries before modern materials science. The acoustic properties of certain ancient chambers suggest an understanding of sound that we're only beginning to appreciate. These enigmas remind us that the path of knowledge is not always forward. Wisdom can be forgotten, libraries can burn, and civilizations can fall, taking their secrets with them. As we stand at the threshold of new scientific frontiers, artificial intelligence, quantum computing, genetic engineering, we would do well to remember that we are not the first to push the boundaries of knowledge. We are inheritors of an ancient legacy, carrying forward a torch that has been passed through countless hands across the millennia. The next time you gaze at your smartphone screen, or take modern medicine or check the time, remember that you're experiencing the culmination of a scientific journey that began when the first curious human looked up at the stars and wondered what they were. A journey that continues through you. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the ancient roots of modern science. This web of knowledge that connects us to minds long vanished, but whose insights continue to illuminate our world. Until next time, keep questioning, keep exploring, and remember that sometimes the most profound wisdom comes from listening to the whispers of the past. Music fades out.